you care to remark further on Senate Amendment A? Representative Kupchick.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in strong support of this bill, by no surprise. I'd just like to say that some people are probably wondering how this bill is different from what was introduced last session. Many people wanted a ban on the sale of dogs and cats in pet stores, and while that was a difficult concept for many people to get their minds around, the task force worked very hard to come up with recommendations that would allow for a lot of accountability in the market for consumers, but also to try to push to have pet stores purchase their animals from places that weren't as bad as the worst. So in this bill, we're now requiring that pet stores purchase their puppies from mills that don't have direct violations or some indirect violations. That's a huge, important part in protecting pets and animals. It also has a lot of accountability factors for consumers, that they will be reimbursed if they bring home a dog and it gets sick within 20 days. I think that's a big and important part for consumers. And also, hopefully, it will encourage the pet industry to purchase healthier animals that come from better places. The USDA has an Animal Welfare Act, and that's where a lot of these regulations come from. I just want to thank some people who worked on the task force. We spent a lot of time over the summer and through the fall, and I would like to thank Senator McKinney, who brought this issue up many years ago and served on the task force. I'd like to thank Senator Duff, who co-chaired the task force with me, Representative Grogans, Amy Harrell, Deb Bresch, Annie Hornish, Bob Shea, and Chris Adams, who also helped me. And I would like to thank Senator Meyer and Representative Gentile and Representative Shaban for their hard work in over the last few weeks helping me, and Representative Minor and Senator Chapin, who really helped me quite a bit to work through this process, and I really appreciate it, and my minority leader and my caucus for putting up with me. And I would just like to say that in 2012, 2,700 dogs and cats were euthanized in the state of Connecticut, and 4 million dogs and cats were euthanized nationwide. And I would hope that people would choose rescue or shelter for their pets, or through a local breeder. But this bill, I think, allows us to have a moral responsibility in making sure we, as a civilized society, make sure that our animals that are under our care are taken care of. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Madam. Would you care to remark? Would you care to remark further on Senate Amendment A? If not, let me try your minds. All those in favor of Senate Amendment A, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The amendment is adopted. Would you care to remark further on the bill as amended? If not, staffing gets the will of the House. Members, take your seats. The machine will be open.
The House of Representatives is voting by roll. The House of Representatives is voting by roll. Will members please return to the chamber immediately?
Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? The members please check the board to make sure your vote is properly cast. If all the members have voted, the machine will be locked and the clerk will take a tally. Clerk, please announce the tally.
Senate Bill 445, as amended by Senate A, in concurrence with the Senate, 143. Total voting Necessary for passage 72. Those voting yea, 143. Those voting nay, 0. Absent not voting 8.
The bill as amended passes in concurrence with the Senate.